Poor parents know there's a lot of balance out every day. There's always the temptation to take a shortcut or two, and that's today's Daily Dilemma. To discuss it, please welcome Sabrina Rogers-Anderson from kidspot.com.au. G'day, Sabrina. Hi. Sabrina, we're all looking for shortcuts. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
No, there isn't. But I mean, you know, if you go into any Facebook mothers group these days, you will notice that there are thousands of women just encouraging each other to do anything to save their sanity because they're under so much pressure. So that can range from, you know, maybe quitting breastfeeding after a couple of weeks because it's too hard, or feeding fast food to your kids if you don't have time to cook a healthy meal, putting them in front of the TV. And while there's nothing wrong with that per se, I'm certainly guilty of many of those myself. I think it's symptomatic of the fact that we are stuck in this rat race where both parents have to work to, you know, just make ends meet or keep up with the Joneses. And I think that we are under an extreme amount of pressure. And yeah, we're forced to take shortcuts that maybe aren't in the best interest of our children.
You said it. You force yourselves to keep up with the Joneses. If I may dispense some wisdom, that is the problem. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses. You don't have to be perfect mothers. You just have to be good enough mothers. And if you just stop comparing yourself, look, it doesn't matter if the kids watch the television. It doesn't matter if you give them short, you know, fast food. You're not going to do it every day. Sometimes we all do it. It doesn't matter. You don't have to feel guilty, and don't tell anyone.
Thank you, Ita. You've given me permission. But we've got to do shortcuts, though.
We do.
I do 10 different ways with mince. I can't bear cooking, so I think, what can I do to... And telly, sometimes you need to put your kids in front of the telly.
Just to get anything done.
Yeah.
But I think you nailed it when you said that it's actually because parents, just to get by in any major Australian capital city, certainly Melbourne, Sydney and Brisbane, to even be able to afford to pay the rent or pay the mortgage, chances are to just live, you cannot, unless you're very wealthy, you cannot do it on a single income. No. So that means you have both parents working, means you've got the kids in childcare, and half the time you're working for nothing because you've got to pay for the childcare bills that are through the roof. And so, of course, when you come home and you've just got this tiny window to get everything done, you're not going to be sitting there doing Jamie Oliver's latest, you know, duck confit for kids.
I mean, I think all parents have an obligation to try and do the right thing by their kids, but the problem is, A, guilt, and dealing with everyone else who has a view.
That's right.
How do you ignore that?
I've got no problem with it at all, and I highly recommend Dora the Explorer DVDs. We've got 4 kids. They are better than a stun gun. Yeah. Kids, sit down there, watch that for 3 days, Daddy go down the pub. You'll be right.
That's so true.
Yeah, we've watched our fair share of Dora.
How do you manage those that always have a view? You know, when they say something about you and criticise your parenting.
I think it's really about biting your tongue, because there's no point in trying to... there's nothing you can say, really.
There's 2 words and the second one's off.
Oh, Sabrina, thank you for coming in today and reminding us all we need to find some balance. Not take it all too seriously.